To establish the driveway geometry for your corridor model, you can use AutoCAD blocks. Using a block will create consistent geometry and reduce the number of steps in your grading workflow. On the Insert tab in the ribbon, under the Insert tools, select Recent Blocks. This will load the blocks palette where you can insert recently used blocks, blocks from the current or blocks from another drawing file. To create the driveway geometry, you'll want two blocks, one for the right side placement and one for the left side placement. The primary difference between the blocks is the layer setup, which will help organize and set targets in the corridor model. Select the driveway block that you want to place, then specify the insert options. For blocks used in this course, you will want to toggle on insertion point, rotation, and explode. When prompted to specify the insertion point, use the AutoCAD snaps to pick a location along the inside of the sidewalk. When prompted to the rotation angle, use the AutoCAD snaps again to rotate the block perpendicular to the corridor's baseline alignment. When placed correctly, the narrow end of the driveway will align with the inner sidewalk feature line, and the wide end will match the back of curve. If your CAD geometry is not precise and does not match these corridor features, you will experience issue in the later steps. Repeat the same steps to add the driveway feature on the opposite side of the alignment. Make sure to select the appropriate block, then follow the same cursor prompts to pick the attachment location and rotation angle. The driveway feature should mirror those on the opposite side of the alignment. When you are finished placing the driveway blocks, you can use on-screen tooltips to verify that the to grade out the driveway geometry for your corridor, you can use the polylines as defined in the driveway blocks, or you can convert the polylines to feature lines. So you can use the grading tools in Civil 3D. We'll leverage the latter in this workflow. To convert the polylines, select Create Feature Line from Objects in the ribbon. When prompted to select entities, pick the driveway apron and back of curve polylines from one of the driveways in your drawing. Then press Enter. In the Create Feature Lines dialog, create a new site for all of your driveway feature lines. This is the best practice for organizing and managing feature lines in your Civil 3D drawings. Specify a unique and meaningful name for the site and then click OK. Toggle on name, then enter simple naming template for your feature line. Consider using the next counter field with your naming template to better distinguish the feature lines. In the layer options, toggle use selected entity layer. This is important for this workflow as the feature line will inherit the layer from the polyline. Toggle on erase existing entities and assign elevation. Then click OK. When the assigning elevation is turned on, you can select the surface that you want to get the feature line elevation from. In this workflow, you need to select the corridor top surface that was created earlier. You will also want to toggle on Insert Intermediate Grade Breakpoints, which will be very important for matching grades through the driveways. When you're all set, click OK. This is the on-screen tool tips. Hover your cursor over the feature lines to verify that they were converted successfully and that they have the corrected name and layer. Repeat the same steps for the other driveways that you want to model. Press enter to recycle the previous command, then select the driveway, apron, and back of curve features. Use the same or similar naming template as you did previously and reset the starting number in the counter field. Accept the default placement option that were previously slaved, then click OK. Click OK again to use the same elevation options. When you are finished, use your cursor or on-screen tooltips to validate the feature line names and layers. To lower the curve height through the driveway, you will need to edit the back of curve feature line. Using the elevation editor, you can quickly and easily lower a range of vertices on a feature line. Select the back of curve feature line to access the contextual tools. In the ribbon, select elevation editor. In the editor, select the interior vertices on the feature line. This can be done by using the shift or and control keys. In the drawing, you will see a triangle marker next to each PI that is selected. In the elevation editor, change the incremental value to the depth that you want to lower the curve by. Click the down arrow one time to lower the selected vertices. You will notice the elevation changes in the editor. To lower the curb height for another driveway, use the selection tool in the elevation editor to pick another feature line. When the new feature line is selected, you will see the markers appear on the vertices. Select all of the interior PIs and then elevation point, then click down arrow. When you are finished, close the elevation editor. To validate the driveway feature lines, you can use the object viewer. Select all of the driveway feature lines that you want to inspect, then select object viewer from the contextual tool. In the object viewer, click one of the corners in the view cube. Click the same corner on the view cube a second time to update the view. Orbit the view as necessary to inspect the feature lines. If something doesn't look right, retrace your step to grade out the feature lines.